Hey guys, we're going to have a little play with the G dominant scale, but right up high on the fretboard now with our A position. Okay? Now, this one's a lot of fun. It's really fast, and you can stretch over 2 octaves with this. So let's have a look. Start with our second finger up on the 10th fret on the A string. Go to the 12th, down onto our D. We've got 9, 10, 12, repeats on the G, 9, 10, 12, and there's our octave, okay? All right, nice and easy, quite, as you can see, quite quick to pick up. All right, our 9th turnaround is down on the B string, okay, on the 10th fret, your second finger. So running up. Easy. Alright, so I've kept that one quite quick to start, so I think you'll pick it up pretty quickly. Now, let's go from there and go, alright, what's our arpeggio notes on this first one? So we've got our 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 8th, okay, or 9th, depending on how you want to do it. So, now, if you're going back, just keep in mind you've got yourself a flat 7 back there. Okay, so if we're going to descend our scale, we'd be looking at going alright, so that's if we're starting in the descending. So remember, with the dominance you drop back that extra fret. Now here's something I want to throw in early on, just to show you this is a great one to actually solo in and have a little bit of fun with, because if you're running back like that, you'll often just slip into that major by accident, but it sounds really cool. So you've got this nice little triplet here, which is very bluesy. Alright, so running back and actually mucking around with it is great fun. Alright, have a little play with it. Just slip up and it'll go out of key, but sounds actually kind of cool. Now, we've got our arpeggio running up, so, or flat for the 9th. Now, what I really want to look at here, we can arpeggio till the cows come home, but let's look at really soloing and where we can go with it. So we've got to our octave here, we know our 9th is here, our second octave starts from there. Alright, so nice and high. Alright. And that one you can really play around with. So, alright, that's our little bit of fun to be had on this one. Now, a couple of other things. When you're mucking around here and playing your lead, you can look for some really cool little chords. And knowing that that is our flat 7, which is kind of the feature note of this mode, we can tuck it into some little chords. So you've got a 7th there. All right, you've got your 1st, 3rd is below it. So you've got this tiny little chord here. All right, really cool. You can also stretch out so these little things actually work with your lead, and you can also match up a few other cool little notes, just that 3rd and 7th, and then you can flip them into a very melodious, nice sort of sound. So all right, and then also remembering back here, you've got a nice pairing that also all right, so playing around in that high octave really adds a lot to this. Okay, now what I want you to do is grab something that's got a G dominant flavour to it. So you can find something in A minor or the key of C, but have a muck around with this scale over it. Then have a play. We'll leave it there, and I'll see you next time.